after we get our blueprint. Our priest is kind of low. Warlock or priest? Yeah. We'll do warlock after. What do we want? We want Heartseeker, Lucky Hat. Right, there's Heartseeker. It's good enough for me. Heartseeker, Lucky Hat, Craft Lucky Hat. Don't need to do the fountain yet because it'll mess up with our paladin runs. We can buy our drinks. Eruption, Cinder Demise, Wicked Sickness, go in Double Thriller, and Crazy Eye. And make sure we're doing the right level. 11. Make sure we have our items. We do. Got our drinks and everything, so we're good to go. Alright, we have the portal because we our game crashed when we were doing the duo run. So what do you guys think? Should we do skips or should we do the whole thing? We could probably just get away with doing skips, it'll be faster. Skips also show how OP primary priest is with less items than normal. Also, we have an imp. Where's he at? Aha! There's a little bugger. Send your gold to town. Yeah, all right, sure. You can take my 400 gold, and you can bring it to town. I sent it to town out of spite. It wasn't the right thing to do, but it felt good. Made him go all the way to town. We're not gonna see a shop for like 3 acts anyway. Because if I remember right, we crashed entering the Watcher boss room, which was very cool. I reload every game at this point. Yeah, I just didn't think about it. I feel like it's gotten more common for me in a matter of days. Yeah. It's not good. I wish it wasn't so. Go handy dandy memory. Scythe, circles, X's, Y, Z. Scythe. Circles. Oh, I've forgotten. Circles? No. Alright, whatever. We don't need items. We don't need items where we're going. If we were worried, we would take a picture. And we wouldn't do skips. We're just so confident. But actually confident. We could just not explore the rooms too. And just go straight into the portal. XP book. It's not a real item. Yo, Elite Noob, what's up, dude? Was it X3 that we crashed on? Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I don't know. Everything dies instantly, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm not seeing a portal, so I guess this is where we start actually playing the game. Not much, got my Glad to NG6 and Ranger to 5. Nice. I've started working on my Paladin, but it still takes a while. I haven't been like grinding hardcore. So, not impressive levels quite yet, but getting there. Oh yeah, we had an imp. I like totally forgot we had an imp. Gave us XP anyway. Guess we can still like ignore most things. What is Double Thriller? Oh, it's a drink. It gives you 75% increased damage, but you take 25% more damage. So deal a lot more damage, take 25% more damage. That might change to something else eventually, but it works well for me right now. I don't know if it's gonna scale great into the late game. Priest still has like really good damage reduction, so I feel like if anyone can get away with it, it's probably the Priest. But I don't know. I'll see what happens when we get to like NG20 on this character. So maybe the damage would be too high, but you can always just bestiary the enemies that do a lot of damage. Last Stand might be better. I guess I just feel like I'm always moving. It is like kind of more flexible. You would take about the same amount of damage if you're moving, but if you're standing still, you would do 30% more damage instead of 75. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just don't know if I don't know. Last Stand is definitely an option. I think I put it in. I'll put in a different like text file, more detailed. But there's only so much I can put in the chat commands. I think I said Last Stand or Double Thriller, and then Crazy Eye or Stab in the Dark. So eventually you'll use Stab in the Dark if you're pushing like really high NG. And if you're doing that, then some other drinks will probably change as well. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how the priest can just walk through the game as a primary priest. Big fan of the primary priest. If only his titles were just a little bit better. Although I know so much more on how the game works now. Oh, just from like playing in the DLC? It's like the more you play, the more you know. Oh, the last time you talked to me. Well, I'm glad I can help out. You know, it's getting long as it is, but now it's easier. Yeah, I'm glad. Like, what if priest class titles also added like 1 to 2% modifier to lifesteal? Boy, that'd be crazy. I think like the craziest thing you could do that would be like fair would be priest gives you 1 flat life per NG level or something like that. How goes the climb? So far so good on the priest. We did a couple what's it called? Pyramid of Prophecy runs. And now we're just doing some tower runs because we were farming patterns, but the game crashed, and we'll just do that. We'll do that later. We don't currently have enough ore to upgrade my Callus statue. We also don't have the pattern for it. But we'll be there soon, so we wanted to farm out at least the pyramid so we can get the pattern, and now we're trying to get the pattern. But we still need to get the thorns. What about you? How's your runs been going? 1 to 2% modifier to lifesteal. Modifier to your lifesteal. So if you have, what, the 2.5, you would get like 2.5 times 1.01. Is that what you're saying? So you get 1% additional lifesteal on your 2.5%. So NG50 would add 50% more lifesteal than normal. Okay, yeah. I mean, that'd be fine. I think the damage is going to scale like way crazy anyway, that it won't really matter. Like that 2.5% is going to be filling up your life bar no matter what. I don't know. I like the idea of, well, I don't know. I like ideas in that vein. Like maybe 1 life and 1 mana could be kind of cool, because it would help out your other characters like Wizard and Sorcerer. Because Wizard would kill for more life, and I feel like Sorcerer would like to have a larger mana pool, same with Warlock. I just know there could be some issues if you scale base health a lot. Let's see, everything has been solid on my side. I've been working on guides for all classes recently. Oh, nice. I just recently released some of those. It'd be cool to get some more content out there. See other people's perspective. How many levels do we need? We need 1 level, so we don't have to like really kill stuff, but we can't just walk through enemies either. The base health bonus was like 5? Never knew about that button? I gotta like think about what button I just pressed. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. We have to like walk along the wall. NG plus 25 priest would give 150 life. That seems pretty broken though. Because, what is it, NG10 wizard has 300 life? So you'd be able to give your wizard like crazy life. I think I just saw a secret as I was going through the floors. Not sure. Is there a secret down there? That is a secret down there. So, maybe I just missed one. Maybe I didn't. I also think how much damage you should start to take after NG2 or so to be like an extra hit to tank. I don't know. I mean, it's just if you have like 300 health and you can tank one hit and you add 50% more health. And that's like without items and stuff. If that's the base health, then that's like pretty incredible because it would scale off the king's, what is it? King's belt? Crown. King's crown. It looks like a belt. Honestly, pretty modest about my builds and wouldn't be so bold to say anyone could learn from them, but I'd still like to get back to the community. I think the more information that's out, the better. Yeah, because there's just like not a lot of information out there. So if only like a couple people are putting on information, everyone's going to think that that's like the gospel. They're going to stop like trying to do different things and learning new stuff. So it'd be cool to get like different perspectives on characters. So like all my stuff just says you pretty much need to be NG2 or higher. If you're under that, you just gotta play the game some more. Or you can do like a fraction of the build. Seeing a 230 plus ranger today? Yeah, but it's not legit. Oh, a level 230, yeah. I might... what NG do you need for that? That sounds borderline legit or not. I'm trying to think. I know people have reached around level 35 with the ranger. Like NG43. I guess that could be legit. Or it's just enough to not cause suspicion. Just carrying people through runs doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather just answer questions and provide any knowledge I can. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I don't want to carry anyone. I'll play if you're like around the same NG level as me, but definitely don't want it to be like carrying or like you die instantly and then beat the whole run. Definitely not going to do that. But I'll help people to try to get better so they can do it themselves, but there's no point in like increasing or decreasing the amount of time you're going to play the game so you can quit faster. It just doesn't make any sense. The same kind of stuff happens in ARPGs where I always go back to like Diablo 3 for this one because it was like such a big thing at the time. It was when there was the real money auction house and people would spend money to get like their best in slot items. But the whole point of the game is to like farm and get items. So if you just buy the best in slot items, you just quit the game. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So unless you're just doing it to like brag or like PvP or something, which never became a thing, then it was like pointless. You give man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach man a fish, he eats for a lifetime. Yeah, I feel you on that one. People just need to learn, that's all it is. And there's a lot of information to learn about this game, but not a lot of it is out there, unfortunately. It's really difficult to find like all the information on this game. And some things just work kind of like in weird ways, or like the language is really weird. Like, so many people get confused about the primary physical damage and skills magic damage, and that it doesn't matter if your primary is magic or physical, it'll scale it, and items or skills and the divine abilities or primaries. It's all that stuff is like all over the place. And yeah, a lot of the language, even if you read it literally, it either barely makes sense or doesn't make any sense. Let's see. I would like to get carried on my wizard because I'm not a fan. Yeah, but you don't need to. Like, why do you want to get carried on it? So you can get more skill power? If you want more skill power on any character, just do arena. It's way faster. Alright, read what I said. But I'm not leveling it because Weeks helped me a lot with that. Oh, nice. I'm trying not to die to these red wisps, but I'm also trying to read everything. Couldn't agree more. The new player experience has gotten better. It's just still... there's not enough information out there. I'm gonna get Wizard up to NG+11 and just leave him, probably forever. Unless there's another DLC and something cool happens. I miss when you could skip NG levels. Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. There should probably be like... kind of like how there's modded profiles and non-modded profiles. You could maybe like set your profile as solo, and then you'd be able to just increase or decrease the NG level to whatever you wanted, and you could run it. So if I wanted, I have like my paladin at 36. If I wanted to just go to 40, I could just bump it up to 40 and run a 40 and get credit for it. But I wouldn't be able to play with other people. I don't know. Something like that. It's where people just didn't abuse it. Because that's the whole issue. I don't know, that's a pretty big step to say I'm never going to play with people again. So there needs to be some middle ground that would work. I found out the hard way, tried to skip NG4, my glad ended up being 3. Only ended up being 3. Oh, I see. Yeah. Skipping's been dead for a while though. You have to be like an old school player to even like remember that that was a thing. All the new people shouldn't be getting confused by that. I get how it's confusing. Because it's normally you go in, if you beat the boss in the difficulty, you get credit for that difficulty. It doesn't really say anywhere that you can't skip. So every new player like experiences it for themselves and learn the hard way that it doesn't work. I remember those times. Oh god, crazy times. I never got to experience that, but it's kind of fine with me. I remember when it was happening, but I've always been like mainly a solo player. Which there's some benefits to playing solo, so you can just log out anytime you want and like come back to it. So that was really nice, because some of those runs used to take a long time. Like some of the priest runs used to take like 2 hours for an NG level when spellcaster priest was the thing. And then yeah, I wouldn't always have 2 hours that I could just sit there with someone. I really think wizard would be much better if you could fire breath and fireball at the same time, or meteor and continue to fireball. I think if they remove the stuff where he can't move if he's not in combo, then the wizard would feel a lot better. Like, I guess I get why he has the combo stuff, but if they just deleted that part, I think that would make him feel a lot nicer. Because there's that like one part in the beginning where you're like fireball, 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 fireball. Oh, now I'm in combo. Now I can meteor. Now I can do all of my skills. There's a time where you're just kiting backwards. Wizard is just so slow. It gets kind of quick if you have enough damage, but you have to be 100% focused all the time. It is not a forgiving character. They at least like made his flame shield a little better, casting the AoE and it not sharing the same cooldown and all that. But a lot of the classes feel a little lackluster, just from their titles. Like priest comes to mind, and then all the ones that you can get the stats in arena kind of come to mind. Especially I think ranger gets kind of like the short end of the stick. Since the Callus statue exists, and once you get NG20 or statue level 20, you get 1-to-1 ratios for armor to attack power. So you don't ever need to play your ranger again. You would just do NG levels on your paladin and get attack power anyway, which is kind of sad. So the arena kind of hurts the game in that way. That it and the statues hurt the game in that way. Which the same can be true about the wizard and warlock, where at some point when you get your statue to level 20, it's better for you to do a warlock run and get the skill power than it is for you to do another wizard run and get the skill power, because you get the benefit of resist and the benefit of skill power, which is double dipping, and that is really good. It's always good to double dip in video games. Let's see. It was fairly unbalanced and more of an embarrassment for players that abused it, given people could see your stats. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And now it's like you have modded profiles and unmodded, so people can still see your stuff. It probably should say like in your character tab, because people like to just screenshot this screen and like look at all my stats, but it's like you're clearly a modded profile. There should just be some symbol over here that, or over here, like an M or some kind of star that just kind of shows that you're modded. So people don't have to wonder like, oh, is this guy legit? Is he not legit? Because there's no leaderboard. If there was a leaderboard, it'd be kind of interesting, because you could actually have like some way to be like, all right, there's a solo leaderboard that is for each class, and you try to get as high NG as possible, and it doesn't show like their stats or their gear or anything, so everybody has to keep guessing like how these people are achieving this stuff. I don't know, it could be kind of cool. I kind of get why they don't go like for super competitive aspect like that, because people are gonna like start talking about, oh, why can the paladin do NG 100 but the wizard can only do NG 30, you know? I guess it's because the game isn't like really balanced, so it's gonna have issues. But if you made it to where it's solo play only, and it's a leaderboard that just shows who has achieved like the top, I don't know, top 20 for each class or something. So you'd have like this one guy that would be, you know, Paladin 100, and the people under him would be like 70, or I don't know. It could be cool. I like the idea of a leaderboard. Gives something for people to work towards, and like it's kind of interesting, like not knowing what these people are doing and like trying to like reverse engineer it. Alright, we're playing like a crazy person right now. Let's see, I refuse to play with modded players. Yeah, it just... I think mods are kind of lame. I get why people like them, but kind of lame to me. It's just another one of those, like, making the game too easy so you can quit earlier. But there's like utility mods and there's like extra levels and class types and all that kind of stuff. So like it could be fun. It's just, I don't know. There's like plenty to do in the main game for me to ever worry about it. Not legit tag would be funny. Oh, that'd be amazing. It's like all caps right here. Cheater, be weaks. Yeah, exactly. So like the first time you saw like Poop streaming, all his stuff was all crazy high NG levels. I think a leaderboard would make that like better, because you could tell like, alright, these people played solo and they got this level NG, and maybe there could be leaderboards for like duo and trio or something, so you could at least have like, oh, I want to like join up with my buddy and we're going to try to make the best two-player combination to push as high NGs as possible. Up to 4? Yeah, up to 4 would be a good idea. Then they'd also have a point where they would be able to balance the game around. It'd be like, alright, we're going to try to make it to where at least every character can do NG 100 or something. Or like, this character's really good at solo, this one's good in like a duo, this one's good in like a trio, and they can all have their strengths in like the different brackets or something like that. At Weeks, would it be possible to talk to you via Discord later perhaps, when you're not working? I'd like to get your opinion on my Gladiator build. Yeah, sure. You can just send it to me. I don't know if you have my Discord information, but I'll definitely check it. It won't show up on the stream. Or if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. I don't know how much you want to get your stuff out there. It's a lot of mages. Like, conflicted between just picking up a bunch of gold and ore and just getting the run done. It's already good on XP. It's kind of like digging into the time for other runs. So we could just start ignoring things. We're almost done there. We're on floor 2. Got our way for ore. Should have a shop here somewhere. I'll have to do my run. Good luck with your run, dude. What are you doing? If you're not already gone. curious what run. I think Glad. Nice. You said your Glad was like NG6, so you're doing a NG7 run. I like the Glad character. Keep the stream open. Okay. Yeah, if you're actually doing a run, it's like impossible to type. I get that, so. Sent it to you via Discord. Alright. I will check it out. Yeah, also if you have like any particular questions, just like send them. But if it's just like an overall general how I feel about it, then I'll let you know. Let's see, we're going to go Sphere, and I don't remember if this works on bosses, so we're just go small Skull Smasher. So I'm pretty sure the other one doesn't work on bosses, or at least doesn't work on Dragon. It might work on Vampire Lord. Just how you feel would be great. Alright. Just making sure I check all these areas, so just in case there's an imp, we can at least trigger it. Trying to think of what other runs I want to do. I already said I was going to do a Warlock run, didn't I? Let's do a Warlock run after this. Wrath of the Thunder God. It's kind of funny. Elite noob with NG10. I guess trying to push for everything NG10 at this point, or at least all your primary builds. I guess those are the ones you enjoy. There's like not even anything over there. I would say 10 because that ranger carried my thief to 11. At least you're honest about it. Try to keep this monolith buff for the thunder snow. What ring was that? Oh, Duke's Signet ring. Ugh. Ring is kind of terrible. It's so slow. I guess there's always the argument of like it's better than nothing. But it's like not better than any other blue item. I mean, I guess it has an extra 200% effect on the priest character. Yeah, it's still slow. At least it counts towards Markham's. It will always have that. That's true. Markham's fodder. Oh, another Endless potential. Not relevant. Maybe slightly relevant. See, I feel like the top players may have all of their classes age 20 at this point. Yeah, I'm not quite there. So I'm not a top player. But I also quit for a long time. Quit for like 4 months-ish. So we're slowly grinding the levels back. 3 to 4 months, something like that. Put a lot of time in the last week. Yeah, me too. I know all the top players were definitely like NG20-ish before the DLC. Like, someone had Sorcerer NG20, someone had Priest NG like 36, someone had Paladin, I don't even know what Paladin was, I think it was like 30, people were getting stuck. Because Priest was definitely the highest back then. At least like, people that actually showed off what they did. There might have been people that just never talked about it, but I kind of doubt it. I can't believe poop. Like getting the Priest NG36 back then? Or 38? I don't even remember what it was anymore. Yeah, 5 to 6 hour Priest runs. It was ridiculous. I'm really surprised he kept going. You think it was 40 plus? He definitely had the highest of like all the classes, and it was Priest. I know that for sure. And it was at least 36. Because he was going for 50 and then was ending. I knew at one point he was going for 40 and I thought he stopped before he got to 40. But I don't remember. Yo, Zoro, what's up, dude? Alright, is there anything over here? Honestly, there isn't a lot of people that do talk about their builds. Nor do they mention their itemization. There's some people that talk about it in the Discord. Like, the Here's a Hammerwatch Discord. But I see like the same questions getting asked by like some of the newer players, and no one really like responds to them. But at the same time, the meta's still kinda new and people are trying to figure it out still. And some people say they're builds, but they're like low NG, so it's like a lot. The more, just the way it works by nature is more builds work the lower the NG it is. Like NG 0, you can do pretty much anything you want. NG 1, it's a little stricter, so on and so forth. You get to the point where it's like NG 50, there's probably 1, 2 ways to do something. Yeah, and as you go higher and higher, there becomes less and less. You gotta get stricter with everything. So, combination of a lot of stuff. So I made sure when I did my builds that I was just saying, this is what worked for me. And I tested it all to NG10, and I've been continuing with that, and we're still doing good. So I can at least say, this has worked for me to NG10. Anyway, that's the Priest NG+11. Let's see if we have any items we need to attune. Bleaks, I'm still level 20. Kind of stuck, can't kill the 4th boss. What class you playing? If you're really stuck, I would look at, yeah, trying to get everyone to beat the 3rd boss. and then everyone to beat the 4th boss, and then everyone to beat NG+0. I feel you'd be pleasantly surprised with the build I sent you, though. Okay. That's exciting. Ranger. Yeah, so you're level 20, so you're not going to be able to do a lot of the stuff that I have set up, because you want to have statues, you want to have most of the blessings, starting items, drinks. You really just have to try to get everyone to beat as many bosses as possible, because all of those stacking buffs are really going to help out your character. And if you have any drinks that give you like damage, I would definitely look at using drinks. That was something I didn't do early on. I also didn't roll the shop. You can roll the shop for like 1 item, that would be good. I would say like Sword of Kings or Heartseeker, just to give you some damage early. You probably won't have a lot of crit bonus, so it's probably best to try to roll the shop for Sword of Kings. Let's see what we're going to tune. See if we've gotten all the defensive stuff already. I think we have. Constructs. He's got most of it. Let's see. Yeah, we'll grab the. Let's see. Tongue, Frostbrand, and a green item of some kind. Blood Dagger, Kappa. No, not the Blood Dagger. Get out of here with that. 0.5 health regen, which would be 1.5 health regen for the priest. Still not a lot. Construct. Beast sounds good. And white items. Let's see. Anything useful. Lifestone, Mage Robe. Get more gold gain, that's kind of useful. Constructs, kind of useful. We pretty much have everything. So we'll just go Constructs. Seems better. Oh, did I pass it up? Right, I passed it up. Yeah, Pally, Warlock would be good to get up. Yeah, the extra armor and resist that they'll give you is going to be really good for your